All right. Have you ever sat down and wondered, how a lot of these politician campaigns get funded? Well, there's a great place. It's Open Secrets. It'll actually let you search by politician, by organization. So we could sit here and pull up like Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? And be like, Marjorie Taylor Greene. See how much money she's been given, how much she spent, how much she supposedly has on hand, right? Who's given it to her, as far as like, hey, these two packs have given her money, and then like these are from like individual contributions, as well as we can sit here and we can actually see, okay, which packs was it? It was, for the most part, it looks like they're just all coming from this section of like packs. And as far as contributors, like once again, it breaks down, hey, these two are packs. This is what the packs gave versus the individuals that work there. Um, hey, she got $13,000 from people that worked at SpaceX, right? So we can actually see who's contributing to what. We can't see the names of the individuals on this page, but that's all right. Or we can search up something like the NRA, right? The National Rifle Association. And we can see, okay, these are how they've spent their monies. And look, they gave Ted Cruz $10,000, Jim Jordan $10,000. They gave 10 grand to the Republican Party of Tennessee, right? And if we go to the recipients tab, right, it'll actually break it down. Like, hey, this is who we've given it to. This is how much. And if any of it's come from individuals versus the pack itself, right? And on top of that, we can open up the lobbying tab, and we can see how much they're spending every single year. We can see what bills they've helped sponsor. So if we take this one right here, this House Resolution 1699, and we go to congress.gov, we can put that in HR 1699. Office of Gun Violence Prevention Act of 2023. Right? It's only been introduced, so it hasn't done much yet. But if we go back and let's look at some of maybe the older ones, they're like page 5, maybe. We don't want something in the 118th Congress because that's the latest and greatest. Well, it looks like that's all they've got on here this second. Oh, it's because I didn't change the year. 22, something that might have already passed. Right. So this HR 8167. Right. So we'll come back here on this HR 8167. Right. And see, that one still is just at the introduced. Let's see. Assault weapons ban. Start 1808. 1808. Oh, because I keep all Congress. My apologies. The assault weapons ban. Right, we can see it past the House. Okay, let's open it up and see. We can read the summary if we want, read the text if we want, and we can see, okay, cool. It's arrived to the Senate. And let's see how people voted on it. And we can actually see if we look, we can actually vote or see who voted just no on it. All right, we can see who voted yes on it. Yeah. You can see all the people who co-sponsored the bill, what committees it went through, all those sorts of things. But this tells us, like, okay, the NRA though put money into this, right? And this is one of those things they're attempting to actually either promote or shoot down. So this is just one of those ways you can help, like, educate yourself and figure out how some of this works, right? You can always just browse and see, okay, state governors. Let's see. Let's look at Georgia. Brian Kemp. Right, and I can see top industries. It's mostly coming from the Republican Party and its affiliates, contributors. Seems like there's a lot of stuff that's just not reported. The Republican Governors Association gave him $9 million. And once again, we can apparently a place from Las Vegas gave him money. But once again, kind of allows us to sit here and say, okay, who is paying for these candidates? We always talk about all the money that's flowing in and out of DC and who's paying off all these, reps and senators and all this. And this is a way for you to check, hold them accountable for the money that they receive and how they're spending it. And on that, it does lead to some funnies, because you have people like Andrew Clyde, who talks about being fiscally conservative and responsible, where he's raised $500,000, spent $400,000, and has $1.3 million in debt. So let me know, big guy, whenever you can be responsible with your own money or the money people are giving you. He still has $1.3 million in debt as far as his campaign. So yeah, once again, this is a great way to kind of see where that money is indeed coming from, right? And how it's, like, which lobbies are important, and yeah, once again, just a way to hold them accountable, because that's what we need to do, is hold the people that represent us in Congress accountable, because they're the ones that make the laws. The president just signs it. They don't actually create it. So if we want real change, this is how we do it. We sit down, we take a few minutes and research. So yeah,